Well, good morning. It's actually pretty early. I've been up since like 5, and then I got a notification that we were supposed to be getting some heavy storms coming through at like 7. So about 6:30, I was like, I just need to get out there and get chores done because I don't want to get caught in the storm. Lo and behold, I'm out here doing chores. And look, the sun is popping through. The skies are blue. Not a cloud in the sky. So we're just gonna go with it. Just trying to get my day started. Something tried to get into the rabbit hutch last night, knocked over the feed buckets. I don't see anything amiss. The rabbits are fine. So I might have to find a different, I'll just probably bring over the feed buckets to my little feed area. I apologize. Rue is really just fired up this morning. He is just, I don't even know. But yeah, so yesterday was a fun day. I spent some time with MT on a live and just had a blast, and makes me look forward to the meetup just that much more. The guys are still up in Michigan. Had a little trouble with the tour bus. Decided it wanted to sit on the side of the road for a little while overnight. So the guys had to drive from Michigan all the way back to Ohio in torrential downpour. I'm glad I didn't know about that, or I probably would have just, yeah, the wine bottles would have been empty on that one. And then the next morning, of course, they got back up. It was my daughter-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, Holly. And had to drive another 2.5 hours through almost 3 back to Michigan to deal with the tour bus. And they got it running. It was something simple. They were laughing about it last night. You know, it was, Jason just had to bend something on the air intake and fired right up. Down the road they went. But not wanting to take that chance and already being gone for so long, they just decided to take the tour bus to Jason's brother's house, which was real close by the exit that they broke down at. So not sure of the plans for the tour bus yet. It'll be up to Zach whether or not he wants to continue with this venture of taking over the tour bus. If not, it'll probably go on the market. If not, it'll get all new tires and it'll be coming to Arkansas. I don't hate any of those ideas, honestly. I love the tour bus. It's beautifully done. It just needs redone, if that makes any sense. We lived in it for a long time, and the people that had it before us were in it for a long time, although it was stationary. So, and it honestly rides beautifully. It's like a Cadillac. Well, it's like the Cadillac of tour buses. It's why all the country stars and rock stars use the Eagle. We love the setup in it as well. It has a bigger sink than my RV, but so just not sure where we're gonna go with the tour bus, and that's okay. We don't need to know right now. We'll let the gravity set in a little bit of the situation and determine what we want to do. So today Jason has to go back up into Michigan. So that's like, what, 3 or 4 trips into Michigan, 3-hour drives each time, to meet up with our friends Corey and Amy at the river and finish selling the boat. Give them first he's got to go through and grab everything out of storage unit for the boat, and go there and meet them, finalize the transaction on the boat, get that ready to go. I'm super jealous because he gets to visit with everyone at the river, because not only, I don't know how Corey and Amy plan on doing that. I don't know if they're going to go to the river. They're going to have to, because that's where Jason's got to go, because we have a grill there that still needs picked up. And I guess they decided to do it at the exact same time. So really jealous because he'll get to see everybody at the river and just be at the river and be at the river. Y'all, you have no idea. I miss the river so bad. It's so hard seeing pictures from everyone posting, and it's a tough pill to swallow. As much as we love being in Arkansas, as much as we love what we're building here, I miss the river bad. I FaceTimed with Margot yesterday and caught up, and just, yeah. So we worked it out to where when the ladies have their wine nights, drinking nights, beer nights, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes we play cards. Sometimes we just drink at Sue's picnic table. But I just saw one of our hens throw up. Did chickens do that? Weird. I don't know. But anyway, they're going to FaceTime. So I can join in. And I may not be able to be there in person, but at least I can fellowship with them. And so I'm looking forward to that. So what else did yesterday bring? A lot of conversation with friends. It's beginning Nurses Week, and I had so many amazing comments on a post on Facebook, just past patients and fellow coworkers. You know, you go through life and you're not sure if you're on the right path, and you're not sure what you're doing is making a difference. And then people start commenting, sending you messages about the impact you've had in their lives or what you've taught them. And it just really warmed my heart. And comment after comment after comment from when we were coworkers and the times that we worked together, and even from patients. Hi, Miss Marion. I don't know if you're able to see this, but you realize that, you know what, you did have an impact and you did make a difference. And, you know, I have a couple of, at the time, CNAs that worked with me, and that are now nurses, and to hear them say they use and utilize things that I taught them. What more could you ask for? Honestly, you know, they're going to be great nurses, and they are great nurses. And if they're still, you know, pouring their hearts into being CNAs, they're still commenting that they learned from me, and you know, teaching was my passion, and I loved teaching, and it's just super cool. So thank you, everyone. It's definitely made me, I will always be a nurse, always, 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 in everything I do and say, but I have yet to get my Arkansas license, mainly because, you know, I wanted to retire, and that's still the plan, but days like yesterday when, you know, you find out the differences you make. I miss that, you know, and an underlying theme to a lot of their comments was how passionate I was advocating for my patients and not backing down. Because I would, if I felt in my heart it was something for my patient, you don't come up against me, because I'll do whatever it takes to make sure my patient is safe, comforted, and has their best interests being looked after. And ruffled a bunch of feathers a lot of times, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. And, you know, the right fighter. Does that make sense? Always kind of being the right fighter. And I hate to fight. I do. But when it comes to patient safety and patient care and patient everything, their hearts are paramount. So anyway, it's really kind of makes it difficult. I actually will have to reactivate my Ohio license in order to get my Arkansas license. So it is something that I want to do, even if I only work once or twice a week. I kind of don't want to, though, because our nature, both Jason and I, is that we don't ever half-ass anything. We say we're gonna, and we're not gonna like go all out or whatever, but it's our nature. And we've just kind of come to realize it, that, you know, we're gonna say we're not gonna do something all the way, and then we're doing it all the way and then some. And I've always had a problem. I take on such a responsibility with my patient care that when nurses don't show up for another shift or we're short, my concern and care for who's going to look after my patients overrules my wanting to go home or not wanting to stay over or not coming in, to where seeing them come down the hallway, I know they're going to ask me to stay over or pick up another shift or and my care and concern for my patients always overshadowed, you know, the ability to say no. So, you know, there would be weeks I would only contract for 24 hours, whether it's 3/8 or 2/12. 52 hours later, yeah, because it didn't matter how tired I was. It didn't matter I wasn't signed up. It didn't matter if I had things to do. What mattered was who's going to take care of my patients. If they're going to run, or even with my coworkers, you know, who's going to help my coworkers on the next shift? They're going to end up with double the amount of patients. And that's not cool, and that's not okay. And what's me working in another 4 hours or pulling a double shift, as long as my coworkers don't have to work doubly hard and have an astronomical amount of patients. Because then the patient care goes down. And not because of any other reason other than you're understaffed. And there's nothing that hurts worse than working your butt off, barely ever sitting down, not eating, not drinking, being dehydrated. You've only peed once in a 12-hour shift because you're that busy and you still don't get everything completed. You still can't, in your heart, feel like you gave your patients 100%, because 100% can only be divided in so many avenues. And you end up working. It becomes all consuming. So I guess circling back, do I want to put myself in that position again, to where, or, you know, how do I find balance? Because balance is easy when I'm not battling my heart. Balance is easy when my passion and what I have to do today is here on the homestead. So those that are good at saying no, how do you say no? How do you, in your heart, say no and be okay leaving your patients, not knowing what kind of care they're going to get when you leave? Is it my responsibility? No. I mean, technically, if I put in my hours and I've given report to somebody, my job is done for that shift. That just doesn't sit in my heart very well. So there's that. And not only that, and something that was always so frustrating is no one's going to do, I can't say no one. A lot of times when you get some travelers, some agency, they're notorious for doing the bare minimum. Sorry, not sorry. I'm calling it like it is. because they're like, you know, this isn't I'm not staff. So I'll do what I have to do, but I'm going to do like maybe 1 or 2 things on a full admission, and they can just deal with it tomorrow. So then the next day I come in, I'm fixing orders, I'm fixing things, I'm redoing admissions, I'm getting the signatures. So I end up with more work. So if I know an admission is coming, fine, I'll just stay and I'll do the admission because I can knock it out and I know it's done right. So yeah, that personal, I don't even know what you call it, but that's why I've not been in a rush to get my nursing license here in Arkansas, because I'm not a no person. And I'm afraid that if I get my nursing license and I say, oh, I'm only going to pick up 1 day a week, 7 shifts later in 1 week, my garden's gone to shit. Sorry. The chickens don't remember me. You know, like, this is our purpose now, and this is what we want to do. And, you know, I talked to some friends yesterday that called me, and Beth and Ed, hi guys. And Beth says, you went to college and you worked so hard to become a nurse, and now you're just gonna not do it. And yeah, that sucks, the big one. But you know, I truly believe that in your lifetime you live so many different lives, so many different, I mean, honestly, I look back at mine, and one of these coffee chats, I'll go through everything I've done. But everything I do grows you. Everything you take on expands you. So I don't feel any of it anywhere I've ever made a mistake in working a job or doing a job or working hard for something. I don't see any of it as a loss at all. Because without those jobs, I wouldn't be who I am today. If I didn't work at a butcher shop part-time through nursing school, I wouldn't know how to butcher, you know? So I think it's all inclusive in everything that you're doing. And if you stay in your little tiny bubble your whole life, what could you be missing out on? If you don't take that step away and get out there and do something different, try something different, then how are you gonna know? I don't know. I guess that's for another day. It's getting late into this coffee chat, and I need to get going. I have an eye appointment today, and gonna get that knocked out and hopefully be able to see and get rid of, you know, I hate wearing glasses, honestly, guys. I'm much more a contact person, but I have not been able to get a good script that works for me in the last 2 years. So hopefully today that'll be rectified. Hopefully I've found a good doctor down here to take care of that. And then I am heading over to It's All Grady's. I was only gonna thrift today after my appointment. And we all know what that leads to. I just cleaned my car out. So rather than spend money and just thrift, I'm gonna go help Grady's today. They're wanting to break open their materials and get started on something, anything. So I'm gonna go help them out. I'm just probably gonna be a third person, but we're gonna get some work done. I'll try to. So anyway, peace out from the ridge, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.